Welcome to the Big Brain Unkers podcast. This is episode 2, and this is also the first edition of Single Topic Saturday, where the entirety of the episode today, the entire hour episode is going to be over one topic. And in this case, today we're going to be talking about the new Juice Wrld album, Legends Never Die. What are you guys' opinions on that? How do you feel about it?
Adam, go first.
I really liked it. It was a good album. I remember listening to it with all you guys.
Mm-hmm.
We were so hyped for it. We were so hyped.
The hype behind that, it was crazy, and I think it really lived up to the hype.
I do.
Though some people were disappointed, I really think it did.
Like,
well.
after listening to it a few times, the production of certain songs are just otherworldly compared to other albums I've listened to. Like, the way they mixed his vocals and made it so loud and booming is really something, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
it is pretty cool.
But it's unique, and it's like he came out in different subgenres of rap between the different songs in the album.
Yeah,
like
he had a lot of different kind of style, and each song it was kind of like each song was leading up to his eventual death, because like you had the beginning,
Up and away.
and then you had that, you like kept going, and then you had up and away. And then after that, it's like he's in heaven and he's singing in heaven, and like all the rest
He's
of the
like,
songs.
yeah,
in the
Juice
album
Wrld
after
speaks
that
on
are,
heaven.
like,
and I really want to touch on
they're all,
the experimentation of the certain genres, because he's normally rapping normal in conversations.
Normally he kind of just sticks to one.
Yeah, it's like the singing vibe, but in conversations he showed that he can rap, and then all of this, and he branched out to different genres. Like he went to like a pop rock genre from like the early 2000s on Man of the Year.
The pop
which
rock
was actually
was insane.
Man of the Year was by far the one of
the flow and like his lyrics and vocals mixed with that genre just fit together so perfectly.
I think it was the perfect ending track for a perfect album.
It was a very good album. I think he might have more.
They did confirm that he's releasing
We're waiting
at
for the
least 2 more
deluxe,
albums.
yeah.
Ali
tweeted.
He still has so many songs.
We're never gonna get to listen to them.
that still haven't been leaked yet.
They haven't. No, yeah. He probably has like 100 songs that no one's heard.
He has 2,000 songs. Say we have 3 studio albums right now, 4 technically, but every studio album has a range from like 15 to 20 songs. That's like 60 songs out of the 2,000 that he's recorded. We're never gonna get to hear all of them.
Technically, if he kept doing it the same pace he is, he could be recording for the next freaking century. Like he could keep putting them out for the next century.
It's almost like he's released an album every year.
Yes. 2018 you had Goodbye and Gruden, 2019 Death Race for Love, and now we have Legends Never Die. Was Outsider supposed to come out this year or next year?
It was supposed to come out this year until he died.
No, yeah, and then Ali tweeted and said that we're gonna get a couple more albums, and then the Outsiders is coming in 2021.
I also heard that the Outsiders the original one was completely leaked in December.
Yeah, so they have to switch up the track list, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Any track list they put together, all Juice.
Yeah, I don't understand why people do that. I don't really like how they do release full albums after they've gone through the effort of mixing and doing all that stuff, because now it ruins a lot of the surprise for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Like when I first listened to the album, I told you guys that I listened to Wishing Well and I listened to Hate the Other Side multiple times before, and I already memorized them. And then they're like the top songs on the album right now. Anyways, that's how good they were.
Yeah, you were saying how you right before you started listening to like a song that we were listening to on the album, like when we were listening to it all. You would say like I listened to this song like 1,000 times already, and you're like I know all the lyrics.
We had to turn you down.
Like bad, let me mute you, let me mute you. But I think it's a good time to like start rating. What do you guys think your top 3 songs are? What were your favorite songs? What were your least favorite songs? Yeah, Lucas, go ahead.
Top 3 are probably Up and Away, Band of the Year, and probably Hate the Other Side. Those are probably my top 3.
That's solid.
No.
That is the exact same for me.
Up and Away, Righteous, and Hate the Other Side.
Okay.
Okay, no, your first selection was my favorite.
All right, Adam, you go next.
Adam has
What's your other one that's not related to Lucas's?
So Up and Away, Man of the Year, and Hate the Other Side. I really liked Polo G
If I
and
did,
Kid Leroy's versus.
They completely
Yeah.
killed it.
I
They
love
completely
Marshmallows.
murdered
if
it.
I had to rate them like in order, we'll do that too. We'll rate
Yeah,
it in
we'll do that
order.
after this. We'll do that
It
after
would go Hate the Other Side, Up and Away, and then Righteous. And those were
this.
top
Sort of.
I
Why don't you
I
go
still-
first? Oh,
Sorry. My favorite win is it's definitely Man of the Year above Up and Away, but Up and Away second, and then my third is either Conversations or Titanic.
so
Those.
I really strongly believe that Man of the Year is the best song in the album. Man of the Year is
Man of the Year is just so
number
different.
one song for me, and then the second is tied between Up and Away and then Can't Die. So I would probably say Can't Die is second for me, and then Stay High is probably third
Ooh, yeah, that's a good
because
one.
his verses.
I
Stay
prefer
High are just
Can't Die
lyricism.
over Stay High just because of his mentality. But
there's not
I
really a
do
single bad
appreciate-
song. If I really
I
had to
appreciate
choose
every song.
one bad song, and I'm not saying it's bad in any way. So like don't.
It's just not the. It's like a. It's like a.
It's like
okay
it's like
song.
mediocre
Not like
compared to whatever else he's made. So I would probably say, like, Tell Me You Love Me maybe. Only because Trippie Redd isn't my favorite, but a lot of other people like him. Like I know Lucas likes him.
I think in that song, because Trippie Redd is my favorite rappers. He kind of just he was going good. I don't know, and then people will probably disagree with me, but like Juice Wrld kind of fell a little off because the tone kind of switched up. Like it's all
maybe.
happy.
But we can all agree
relaxed
that
stuff.
the beat for "Tell Me You Love Me," the guitar riffs.
The beat.
the beat was amazing.
Relating to the beat, I feel like that's why Juice WRLD had such a hard time with that complex beat, while Trippie Redd is used to those hard hitting,
Yeah.
really oversaturated type beats.
Yeah. I remember I learned how to play on the guitar, and I completely forgot how to do it.
It's like. So like, what do you guys think? Like, now that we've listened to this posthumous album about him, what do you think like the future is for Juice? What do you think is gonna happen from this point on?
I think he has like the thing is most people see this as a end for Juice WRLD, and they'll stop wanting to listen to him now because it's like this is kind of like his end. People stopped listening to him once he died, but now that this album came out, they probably listened to it and they're like, okay, this is when Juice WRLD is actually gone. But I think this is kind of more of just a stepping off point to a new kind of era for him.
That's
I agree.
I can agree with that.
He has much more albums, so it's nowhere close to
it's a legacy after a legacy. He's already on a legacy, but there's just more to be had where he's going.
Yeah.
Even though he's gone,
He never reached his
there's
full
still
potential.
more to be had.
He never got to the breaking point where he could have, because before he hit his maximum like capacity, he was making hit after hit after hit, and it was so easy for him. And the album has
made
already
a song in like
racked,
4 minutes.
Yeah,
bro.
the album's already racked up so many plays. Like almost the entire album. Yeah, every single song from the album is on the Apple charts right now. They're taking up the entire charts. I think this is just the point where instead of what they did with X, like doing the strange thing, they're gonna take what Juice already had and they're gonna flesh it out, and they're gonna make Juice be what he would have been if he was still here.
The thing about Juice WRLD is like not really Juice WRLD himself, his company, like people that
his managers and stuff.
His managers, they once he died, they wanted still to produce all these songs and finish them to put them out to the public because everyone still lots of people still wanted Juice.
I mean, that's
but with X, it wasn't like that. X died and his managers kind of didn't forget about him, but they just didn't take any of his music that he had.
They didn't take it seriously. I feel like they kind of just threw a bunch of stuff together. Because if you,
and that's why Bad Vibes Forever was bad.
So was
well, I mean, but
Skins.
because you saw the different struggles between X and Juice and how their demise was met.
Yeah, both artists respectively were good in their own way. They weren't bad.
Yeah, but you see, Juice was having his highs and lows, while X was just settling down from his wild side.
Mm-hmm.
X was trying to be better.
X has a lot of. He has a couple. He doesn't have like. Well, no. Scratch that. I'm thinking now. He does have a lot of different songs. He has hate like strong, powerful songs.
He has those like really,
really
like, aggressive songs, and then you have songs like the low songs like Jocelyn Floors. That's really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have Jocelyn Floors, and then you have songs like Riot.
Yeah.
That like
Riot. Yeah.
Like they had to disguise Riot as one of his other songs. Like look at me,
Mm-hmm.
because no one wanted to hear that side of what was going on.
He had a lot of.
And that's just what's so crazy about X and Juice is because they died so young, but their spectrum, how wide their range of different sounds was incredible, and the fact that they died so young
because them as a two inspired so many more artists to start making music and becoming more creative and treating it more as an art form compared to a work related thing.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
I don't know about it, but what are you gonna say?
And about Ski Mask, like Ski Mask, he was really close friends with both of these people too. Like
he took
I'm
it
just
hard.
worried about him, like
because he hasn't dropped anything since. He's in a dark place right now.
Since Carbonated Water,
Carbonated Water was like a couple weeks before Juice died.
Yeah.
He hasn't
it was a really good
like
song.
imagine his next project. Is he gonna be down low? Is he gonna be making sad music now that?
I really hope they release the Evil Twins. That would be
or at least one of the songs that came out, like the Spanglish snippet. That was so good.
I mean, I'm just hoping that he takes what Juice wanted, and for him to not be sad, but like we were discussing, I can't remember when, about how we should appreciate that we still have his music to remember him by.
The thing I've been saying,
instead of being sad that he's gone.
was don't be sad he's gone, be happy he was here. That mentality.
That's how I'm hoping he takes it.
That's the kind of mentality you want to have.
Yeah.
But earlier I was watching Dante review the album, and at the beginning of the video.
Oh, did he finally release it? I'm gonna have to
Dante,
watch that.
He was going through all of his previous reviews, and then it was all about how Juice raps about drug abuse and substances, and how he was so dark, but then he turned that into a positive thing to try and say that money doesn't buy happiness and drugs aren't the way, and you can do whatever you want in life. So then Dante really took the message and he threw it out there, so more people besides just the people that listen to Juice.
Every time Dante listened to Juice on a video, he was like, bro, don't be doing this shit.
Yeah. But you see, his original viewpoint was that he knew from the start that he had something wrong with him. With his first album, reviewing Goodbye and Good Riddance, he knew that there was something wrong with him.
And then afterwards, he started listening to more, and he was like, oh, it's not that he's telling people to do drugs, it's that he's trying to tell them you shouldn't do this, and this is why you shouldn't, and why I was doing it in the first place is because I was in a bad place at the time, and it's not good to be there trying to get yourself
and it's not worth it in the end, because life gets better on its own, and you have to make that effort to.
And Juice was very self-conscious about his drug use. It's in all of his music. You can tell straight off the rip if you listen to any of his songs.
And you can tell he didn't want to.
Yeah, it wasn't his choice. It wasn't his choice.
Because like how he uses his music platform to vent. He was venting about his drug abuse and how he wanted to stop, but he couldn't because it was gonna kill him.
And then some people take that the wrong way. Some people are like, oh, he's trying to make a fad. He's trying to tell people to go do drugs, but that's not the case.
And it's a lot of older parents believe that he's trying to influence their children into doing what he did.
That's why a lot of parents don't let their kids listen to rappers, not just because they cuss and stuff and say.
It's an overgeneralization of what they stand for.
It's like he's trying to make a difference, and he's trying to tell people how drugs aren't good for the world.
And if anything, his music could speak to
Juice was a special one of a kind person.
His music just spoke to people. People around the world would listen to his music and just.
He knew that too.
Happy.
He said that in graduation. He said, "Nah, I got a bigger job. The world screamed my songs." He wasn't wrong. There's never gonna be another Juice Wrld. I don't think.
And he knew that before, because I believe he said that before he died.
Juice
Right.
WRLD's gonna be
Juice WRLD
untouchable for a very long time.
Juice Wrld was so unique and he just had like so many
I'm
qualities.
sure even if the genre of rap changes, he still has music so unique that it could fit any genre.
Yeah.
He could just classify himself to another genre.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know if this was like a concept album because obviously he stuck to his roots with the sad rap and some normal rap. But as he started becoming more of a rock star, that's what like Uzi did. He started like hitting
he had
those
more
guitar riffs, and
flame
he's like hitting them real hard and screaming and stuff. That's amazing.
He's.
And I can't remember what song he did where he started going out full rapping like he did on 10 Feet.
Yeah.
It was
And that was like one of the songs that I personally don't really like, but I know a lot of people respect it.
It was Stay High.
Stay High,
Because that's
yeah.
the one where he's like diamonds on my wrist, no Sub-Zero.
And he had so many bars that like so many complex lyric evaluations that like you have to do to understand him. Sometimes it's just insane.
Lucas, what were you gonna say? What were you gonna say, Lucas?
I was gonna talk about how there's some people that like to hate on Juice and say that he's a bad rapper and that he was never good. And I'm like, to those people, I'm like, okay, you can have your own opinion, but the only reason they're saying that is because they knew how good he was and they knew how
they envied him.
How they envied him. They just didn't want to show how much they liked him because they thought people wouldn't agree with them, but so they just started saying
it's the self.
And it's a really interesting thing. Like everyone knows that after a rapper dies, it happens with everyone. After X died, all the fake fans came. After Juice died, all the fake fans came. After Pop Smoke died, all the fake fans came. And to the people who have been there since day one and they see these other people coming in and they're like, oh, who's this new rapper that I heard about in the news who just passed away recently? Let me go listen to his music and like act like I've known him for a while and try and be an intellectual about it. It's like, come on, don't disrespect him like that.
Because like I listen to him, but Lucas, you go first.
Yeah, no, I can see how people would be like, oh, this guy just died, let me listen to his music, and then they're like, wow, this guy's really good. But people that do that and then like
slander them,
say that they've were a fan, slander his name.
Like,
they just utterly they're just like, oh yeah, I've been such a big fan for so long.
Like, and that just gives you your,
so
and that just makes you like respect people who like say that they didn't listen to him before he died.
To have the bravery and the heart to tell you that, oh, I just now started listening to them. Don't bully me.
Because I didn't listen to him when he was first starting out because Ethan, you told me about it. But I still loved his music ever since I listened to Goodbye and Good Riddance. Before that, Legends. I listened to Legends. That was the first song I listened to. That was a song that just had me hooked the moment I listened to it.
That was funny to me because the first time I ever listened to Juice Wrld was I was on the bus one day and I remember it was before any of us were friends. It was back in
fifth grade.
No.
Fifth or sixth?
Sixth. No, it might have been a fifth. I don't know. It was on the bus one day and some guy was like bullying some kid for listening to Lucid Dreams. And I was like, I listened in and they were talking about Lucid Dreams and how this Juice Wrld, and I was like, who the hell is that? So that day I like looked him up and I listened to that song and I was like, wow, this song slaps.
This song is a bopper.
It was so good. It was so good. I mean, it still is. But in that moment I was just like, I listened to the whole album, and from there he was just awesome.
I remember the first time. I remember the first time I listened to him. You know, I told you my brother told me about him. So we were on vacation, and as we're driving back home from like wherever we're on the highway, and then he's like, okay, look this person up on your phone. The song's called All Girls Are the Same. So I look at it. It's directed by Cole Bennett. I'm like, oh yeah, that's who directed, like at the time it was like Nowadays and like Red Roses or whatever. And then I looked at it and I remember looking at all the scenes, you know, like the dark red backgrounds and all the different like red colors in the video, and I was like, that is the trippiest and coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
how I got introduced to him was like my friend on my bus, he was listening to him, and I'm like, "Yo, who you listening to?" And he's like, "This new guy named Juice Wrld." I'm like, "Oh, let me get a little listen."
That's what I thought when I first heard his name. I was like, that's kind of.
I mean,
yeah. Why is
like,
his name Juice?
Yeah, Juice Wrld. Like, I never.
Yeah. I was like, that's a bit weird, but then I started listening to him, and I was just like, it's not weird at all.
So I like first listened to Lucid Dreams, and then I listened to the whole Goodbye and Good Riddance album. I'm like, oh boy.
And once you release Goodbye and Good Riddance, it's not like a lot of rappers where they'll release a amazing first debut album and then slowly decline. Juice released Goodbye and Good Riddance, which had all these bangers, like the first 5 songs all have like 300 million plus plays. Then he released Death Wish for Love, like so many bangers. And then after that, people thought it couldn't be done again because, he died. And then his posthumous album, it's like, oh, what can they possibly do if he's not there to record what he wants to record? And it's like, boom, best album so far. His best album so far.
But I mean, rerouting back to Death Wish for Love, I feel like some of the songs were majorly underrated.
Oh, I was gonna say it's very.
I'm sad. So for some of the numbers that some of the songs pulled in, I feel like they deserved a bunch more than just like 30, 40, 50, 60 million.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite song in that whole album was Hear Me Calling.
Hear Me Calling was like the first taste of something really different.
Yeah, it was
that
like,
was more
like my Discord theme right now. As my Discord theme right now, I have that music video.
Yeah. He has like the tropical Jamaican style vibe on it, and he did that one time before on Scared of Love where he had the guy going like boop, bop, bop.
Bow, bow.
But Juice always, tried different things. He didn't pull a DaBaby and keep doing the same thing over and over.
He wasn't afraid to
He didn't
do different things.
He didn't do a pooper smoker.
Yeah. That's he also had the people that he did collab with were like they weren't bad in any way.
Like the
just
Polo
Juice WRLD
G,
over
it's just Juice is too good. But in the Polo G and Kid Laroi feature, I don't think he could have gotten anyone better on that song. I think they perfectly fit the song. Yeah.
I liked each and every single one.
Kid Laroi and Polo G and Juice WRLD, they all go together well. Apart from Kid Laroi's like a little off.
I mean, because he's actually like singing high pitch or higher pitch.
Yeah.
And Polo G's like straight rap.
No, okay, so Juice WRLD's voice is more soothing and kind of calm. Polo G is like,
he's a gangster.
He's calm, but he's a little bit more like aggressive. Yeah, and then the Kid Laroi is okay, but he has a high pitched voice because he's young. But he's
good at singing. He's good at singing. He would fit the role.
His voice is just kind of scratchy sometimes.
It's just different compared to the
sometimes it's scratchy on purpose.
Yeah.
Like
auto-tune.
Yeah, that's what gives him his unique flow that makes him stand out from the rest.
If you see the Kid Laroi, like if you see him sing in like person, like without autotune, he doesn't need that much autotune because he's just that good.
But like imagine what it took. You get Juice WRLD, one of the GOATs. You get Polo G, a very, very talented rapper, up and coming right now. And then you take the Kid Laroi, another very talented up and coming rapper, and you wrap that all up.
Juice on a personal
They both
level
knew Juice as really good
because
friends.
the cool thing is the fact that they collabed way before Polo G ever put out the GOAT as his. I believe that's his top rated album. Is it above?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that the one?
And then imagine you take all 3 of those, the 3 Musketeers, and you put them on a Marshmello beat. What is better than that? Like that topped it all off.
That's so true. That beat, the
Marshmello's
Come and Go's beat was probably.
Oh wait, yeah, we need to take a moment to talk about.
It's the Juice WRLD of beats.
We need to talk about how Eminem or not Eminem. Marshmello hasn't really made any songs recently.
But he's been. But that
when he came out with this, it really surprised me. I completely forgot how.
When Come and Go came out, I'm like.
Yeah.
I feel like he's transitioning to more of a beat maker compared to an EDM artist.
No, yeah,
because he made that guitar beat. That was an EDM beat. That was a guitar beat.
That's why I like
But it still had a little taste of EDM, like the risers and the
like-
beat drop.
little appetizer, like
They were like,
those risers. When I first heard them, it like the rise came up, and then it started playing the beat, and you just knew it was coming. You knew something good was gonna happen.
and I was really surprised. And
Yeah.
I don't see a problem with it. People were talking about how it wasn't that good. It wasn't what they expected, but really, it was really good.
it was more than I expected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's a Marshmello beat. How is Juice Wrld, a sad type rapper, gonna fit
Yeah.
on an EDM-ish
Like-
beat?
Yes,
like a guy who's like one of the most popular beat makers. I remember back in like a year or two ago, where everyone was like, "Bro, who's
They were
Marshmello?"
like, I'm
Yeah.
so done.
And then when the Fortnite event came out with it, all the 9-year-olds were like, that guy,
Is
that
that
guy
the
from
guy
Fortnite,
from
the
Fortnite?
Is that Marshmello dude?
If anything, I really thought that brought
That-
his
that
reputation
that
down.
brought him. That
Yeah.
I don't think it brought his reputation down.
I don't feel like it had the same effect as it did with Travis Scott.
Because Travis Scott was cool.
No, Travis Scott's event was 10 times better than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Travis
Marshmello's event was actually on a stage.
Yeah, Travis Scott his event was just amazing, and that was probably one of the best Fortnite events.
Should
and
have
I
had
don't
the
play
Juice
Fortnite
Wrld
that often.
event, boys.
Yeah, we really. I mean,
They could've-
there's
they
to say that they may still put it out there. You never know.
No. They would have made it happen if he was still alive. I can guarantee you.
I
But
mean,
when the deluxe comes out,
I feel like if they work with their managers, like if they ask their managers like with a respectful
Yeah.
presentation, I feel like it still.
but to
could
be
happen.
honest,
That
I
make,
would not want to see that. If I'm gonna be completely honest,
No,
I-
it's
they
pretty
would ruin
it's
Juice
really
WRLD.
disrespectful.
Yeah, like,
and
The only reason Travis Scott was able to do it is because no one can touch Travis Scott's
He's a god.
reputation. Like
He's
he's just
a
up
god.
there on a
True.
throne.
So
He's just up there on
He's
a throne.
he's on his own pedestal. No one can touch him. That's what Juice was.
But
That's what Juice
I
was.
feel like if they did it in another well-known game,
I don't know. Any
like-
realistically anything just like trying to get
I mean-
more attention to your game by adding
I
someone.
see, but like maybe just like a little Easter egg for
I
him
don't know.
Yeah.
in a game. That would
Oh,
be.
yeah, Easter
I feel
egg
like
for
I,
him.
that'd be
Not
nice.
a
If
whole
I ever made a
event.
game, I would do something. I would put like a 999.
Plus, I don't think they would put someone who talks about drug abuse and like substance abuse,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, and
Well, I
like
mean,
in
to be fair,
every
they
song
put
into a game.
Travis.
That's
but I mean,
for-
watch them do an
Well,
Uzi
Travis
event.
Scott-
Watch them doing it.
Travis Scott doesn't really talk about like too much.
Yeah.
Travis Scott talks about like more like love stories.
His traveled more to heartbreak and
He
Yeah.
still has
Love
a
and
lot of songs about drugs. Like
Still has
if you heard
yeah.
He does,
if you heard
but like not every song. is
yeah,
about drugs.
he's not like Juice, but that's what makes Juice different from Travis Scott. They're both their own independent artists who had like their
Yeah.
huge
and
following.
they still have their
Yeah, they had
different-
this huge following, but they're completely different people. Like Travis is heavy on the mixing and heavy on the autotune. Juice is really raw and like focuses on his voice and his lyricism.
I
like-
believe the only thing he used was layered to sound more full and some reverb
just put
and
his
stuff.
own voice
so
over
so
his
he
own
sounded
voice.
like he was like
The only
off.
time I'd really hear him use autotune is in like some of those like Black and White, where it was like where his voice was jumping a lot,
Mhm.
and then also during like live concerts.
Oh wait, yeah.
Like yeah,
Yeah.
Like that one
Yeah.
robbery clip where it's just him off the beat
Yeah.
with the
yeah.
He was. I can say this for him. I listened to a couple of his freestyles and I watched a couple of interviews about him. And then he is one of the best freestylers.
he is the best freestyle.
Freestylers.
He's the only one
there
that can
is.
go
He can
for an
go
hour,
He went for
like
2
like,
hours.
consecutive
Go for like
hours.
He went
And
for
then-
2 hours.
And then you got like Tyler Creed over here, like AK-47
Sa-
tucked in that
in
homie's
that
nice
man's
pants.
nice pants.
size of a minigun.
Okay, what?
An AK-47 the size of a minivan.
That's a big gun.
That's a big gun.
No, but
Me and Funk
Right.
Flex.
and that's the thing. Lots of people, tons, like almost every rapper in the industry that actually has some, like people know him, or them know Juice Wrld, know what he did, and have listened to his
Oh, he was a
music.
big
and-
influence for sure.
Yeah, they all took to him. They all looked at him and took him as inspiration.
Yeah,
How could you not?
And
How
that-
could you
that's-
not?
he's
Yeah.
the big thing about Juice is like his first album. He had from his first album, those were his like most famous songs.
Yeah, like Lucid Dreams and Lean With Me and
Lucid Dreams, Lean With Me, yeah.
Like all those songs
Dreams.
just from a
All
debut
those
album. Just from a debut album.
Yeah.
And then it's
Yeah.
crazy to think that just out of nowhere, out of the blue, this random guy comes in, he makes a song that now has over 1 billion plays. Do you know how hard it is to get a rap song with over 1 billion plays?
Like, and this guy, he like, that was just to start it. Like, Lucid Dreams was just the start of him recording too. I mean, like,
Yeah.
to have his song be that popular right off the start.
Because the only
Like,
other
you just
songs I
know
can
he
think
was
of that did
destined for
that, yeah,
greatness.
the only other songs I can think that were like that were EXO Tour Life, Rockstar by Post Malone. There's not that many, honestly. It's something special. It's something different.
I like to think he kind of was like a what's the word I'm looking for? He was kind of
A specimen.
like
Like a natural.
yeah, he was just like a special person to a lot of people, and when he died, that affected a lot of people because some people were the only reason they were getting around and actually moving on in life were because of Juice.
Yeah,
WRLD.
I see. Sometimes I'll see people. It's like they would be thanking Juice. They're like, "Thank you, Juice, for your lyrics." And he even knew this. In Man of the Year, he was like, "I know my lyrics saved you." It's like,
yeah, and when he died, I'm sure those people just shut down completely.
like his
and that's what
girlfriend.
you have
Like his
to know.
girlfriend. She
Yeah,
definitely went
yeah,
through a
he
hard
just-
time after.
You just that's the thing though. You just have to
You got pushed
thank
through it.
him for what he did. Don't be sad that he died. Be sad that he was here.
Wait, what?
You mean happy that he was here?
You'd be sad that he was here.
Wait, did I say be sad?
Be happy he was
Yeah.
here. Don't be sad he's gone. Is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta take
No.
the mental capacity to get through whatever you're trying to get through. Like he said in his album, it all revolves around. He was very conscious about what happens with his fans, and he cared about the people that listened to his music, and he cared about the people that were around him and that loved him. It's very.
I mean,
evident.
arguably too much. He just really respected all of his fans.
He's not like some other rappers who completely ignore their following. He cared about his people.
I just don't get how rappers could do that to people who've supported them and
you
basically
are
gave them their money.
you are a huge person in the industry. You have so many people following you, and they do that for a reason. But why would you just damage your reputation?
They're the ones controlling if you get money or
that's
not.
Actually, that's a complete factoid. If they weren't listening to you, where's your money? It's non-existent. So you got to treat your fans like you treat your family or your friends. Treat them with respect.
That's why a lot of them lose themselves after they go viral.
That's why people say like money changes you or fame changes you, but that didn't happen to Juice. Juice stayed true to himself.
He stayed true to himself.
Yeah, lots of people. That's what happened. I was watching a video. It's like lots of people when they'll make on their music, and once they get fame and once they get money, they completely change. And they stop making songs. Their songs start getting worse. They just don't mean anything to them.
That's a Lil Pump.
Yeah, that's a Lil Pump thing. Lil Pump was
okay.
He was an okay. Yeah. I never thought he was.
Yeah, I never thought he was good. He was mid.
I never really thought he was that good, but his music was definitely better before now.
And then when he got fame and rich and all this money,
And he started rapping about Fortnite and off
yeah. And I hated it because he just started flexing all his fame, and I'm like, that's not what music's about. You don't flex your money.
It's art. It's you.
It is. You don't.
It's you expressing yourself in a way.
And your outlook of the world.
And why would you take that experience or that blessing that you have to tell people your story, but take that to tell them some BS thing about how much money you have or how many girls you can get or how much money you have and how little money the viewer has. It's like I'm rich, you're broke, but why does that matter? Like if they are broke, you could be broke as well, just like them, but they decided to listen to your music to give you money. It's like
that's what I was getting at. Juice didn't change after he got fame.
He tried his best to stay true to every single
And
one.
that's
of
where
his fans.
999 comes from. You know, when he flipped 666, turned the negative into the positive. He always had that ever since the start. Didn't matter what it was.
He was always trying to accomplish, like, to get cleaner, to get better, to get
To improve
more happy
himself
than
as
he
a
was the
person,
previous
yeah.
day.
Yeah,
He's
Juice was just a really
Very inspirational. Very,
yeah.
like, just
So
overall, he just had good intentions.
Yeah.
him and like Kobe. It's like Kobe touched so many people, not even just in the world of basketball. It was the entire world, no matter what it was. His mentality, the Mamba mentality. It's like you have to try your hardest. It's like Juice and Kobe shared so many similarities, and it's so tragic that they happen to pass so close to each other. It just completely destroyed the planet. It was like, it was crazy. I just still can't believe any of this.
that's what I have to say about Juice. But like, let's go through his new album song by song and each like just give it a review.
Like rating 1 to 10 for each song.
Rate. Yeah.
Yeah, hold
so
on.
Let's just start with the
someone
intro.
No, let's cut out the
Yeah.
intros. Let's cut out the intros. They don't really count. The intros and like
Yeah,
interviews.
Okay.
I mean, even though they do have meanings, like,
Conversations.
and
is
they're
the
not
first
really
one.
songs.
Do we start off?
Conversations.
The beat was fire. The beat was
Yeah,
absolutely fire.
Ronnie and Scheme completely destroyed it. So did Juice, obviously, but
Lyric wise wasn't the deepest, but I still loved it because it was
Lyrics.
catchy.
okay. I think the best lyric. I'm just gonna throw this out there right now. It's the my anxiety bring me down. That's the fucking downside. Every time I ball, I just end up offside. And the hook comes.
Yeah, the way he uses a lot of wordplay on two words and he switches them up to sound different, but still.
I would give it
rhyme the
8. I
same
would give
way.
it 8. I think that song is.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
good song.
I give it a 7.
Because the beat
Yeah, wait,
perfectly.
seven and a half.
7.5. Because the beat perfectly matched the hook. Like the second hook where he goes, "The devil in my phone, he want to talk," but the beat is cut off, and then it comes back in right as he hits the next line.
Yeah.
Conversation.
Okay, so we got
The
Conversations, and then we got Titanic.
9.
Titanic.
And then all shit.
9.
That's a good one.
9.
It was a good one. I give
The
it
wordplay was
His
insane. I give
verses-
that
his
one
verses-
an
It
8.
definitely wasn't my favorite,
Going
personally.
down on the chart.
But I would give it a little higher. I'll give it
Like
an
his
8.
verses, his hook is catchy, but the Shining Star, his verses are so good in that song.
I didn't
Like-
I
like-
didn't, the beat wasn't my favorite.
It was a very
still
simple
good.
beat. It was a dark and simple beat.
Yeah.
I like how he said, like, just got a new house, gotta hide the
In
skeletons
the
in the
closet,
closet.
yeah, that was such.
It's
a
like-
good
Trying to forget
one.
about
That's
it.
what his-
I'm trying to forget
Put
about
his
him.
demons away. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He's just trying to forget about his past mistakes.
Mhm.
yeah.
and,
He
like,
mentioned it
trying to
multiple
move on.
times, yeah.
it had a lot of meaning. So yeah, that 8 out of 10.
I give that one a 9. I really like Titanic. The verses are really good.
Yeah, I give it an 8.
So let's
I'm
move
gonna
on
give it
to
an 8.
Righteous. Is
No,
that-
bad energy
Energy.
is the next
No,
one.
Bad
Bad
Okay,
Energy.
Bad
bad
Energy
energy
has
is
such
one of the
good-
10s.
I remember
Is
listening
one of
to
the
that
multiple
first
10s.
time.
One of the multiple
That
10s.
was-
Bad Energy was Bad Energy.
Yeah, I give that one a 9.5.
I
Definitely.
give it an 8.
I'm not really strict with my
He said-
ratings. I just it's not biased either. It's just, you know,
I definitely give that like a 9 for me.
it's one of the multiple
Alright,
10s
I
for me.
just-
The way his
I-
voice on the hook is just
Yeah.
Like he said, swallow all these pills with my pride.
and then he's like, married
Like-
to my high, you may kiss the bride.
Like, it's the pride.
He was that was an overall good song. The beat was
Mhm.
good. The lyrics meant something.
The chorus like touched me. The chorus like
It
Daddy,
brought
daddy.
me to
Reached out.
another plane of existence, I swear.
Yeah, honestly, the mixing made
brought
you
me
feel
to
like
the area
you were
that
with
Justin in the album cover.
Bad energy.
Bad energy.
Yeah. So let's move on now to Righteous.
I think Righteous is the next
I-
one, right?
I give it a 7 just because I feel like without the music video, it doesn't have the same presentation. I'm not hating on it. I just like it better with the
I'd
music.
give it an 8.5.
I'm
I'd give it an
giving
8.
it an 8. I'm giving it an 8.
I'm gonna put it on.
7.5 or 8. It's one of those.
I like that. I like.
Obviously,
it a lot.
it's a very
There's
popular
so much-
song.
It was,
And it's
I give
There's
mine
so
a
much
decent to
background
strong
songs.
7.
A light 7.5 to a strong 8.
it was a really kind of just like smooth like song.
That's like a song you listen to when you're just really trying to chill.
Trying to
lyrics, like lyrics wise.
But I have to
it was
appreciate,
very deep.
I have to appreciate his lyrics and his range of vocals on the track. He goes from the I will, and then he goes all the way up to the taking medicine to fix all my damage, or all the damage, which is like all the way up there. That's crazy.
Over eyes, I'm breathing beautiful eyes, see.
Okay.
Alright, so now
I'm an
It's
ancient.
Blood on My Jeans is the next one.
That is
Blood on My
such
Jeans
a.
is
The
a
flow
9.5.
is so
I'm
catchy.
giving it a 9.5.
I'm giving that a
I'm gonna have to say a
9.
9. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Oh my gun busting up, then leave.
I only be traced on the scene, close range, so I got blood on my
There's
jeans.
not much to say about this one. It's just
good.
you got
It's just good.
Put Scotty on my lungs.
I'm smoking the green.
Good meaning. It actually verses were
It's
nice.
catchy. It's
Just solid.
and especially even
Tough
from the
rock,
leak,
I don't
when we
talk,
got a
it's just
30-second snippet of it, it was still just something special.
It's more like a gangster, right?
Mhm.
Like a
It's
gang
like a
rap.
hood. It's kind of like a hood
it was
melodic.
it was just a solid,
Yeah.
or a solid song. So now are we moving on to Hate the Other Side?
No, next one is Tell Me You Love Me.
Tell me you love me.
Tell Me You Love Me. Tell Me You Love Me. Yeah.
6.5.
I give it a 7.
I like it. 'cause
I'll give it a
yeah,
7. I'll give it a 7.
8.5.
Just for the beat.
I
For
just
the beat.
don't. I like the beat.
I do have to say, I don't mind Trippy's part.
And neither do I. Neither do I.
I just don't. It's just too repetitive for me. That's just my
I like-
personal
That's
opinion.
it. That's my.
Trippy Red's voice is just really good, and that's why I like listening to it.
I like
But
I like-
definitely Juice kind of carried the song.
Yeah.
The redeeming factor.
I could see how people think he didn't, but I just.
I agree more with how I think Trippy was better in the song.
Okay.
It was weird.
Respectable.
It just felt out of place.
It's not.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
but
that's
that's what the
because
experimentation
especially
is for.
if their genres clashed.
Yeah, that's what I
together.
was saying. The
Yeah, they don't-
experimentation between both of them, it's like a rock beat.
Yeah.
That's what Juice did at the final song. But like the redeeming factor for me was the second verse of Juice was incredible, and the beat is so good, so it fits.
The beat was awesome.
It's like a puzzle. It falls
Good.
right into place.
good, like
Yeah,
great,
nice.
pretty good lyrics, good rhythm. I'd give it an 8.5.
After that is Hate the Other Side, right?
Hey, the Other Side, yeah. Song, I'd give it a 9.5.
I still can't call
I'm
it
not
Hate the
gonna
Other
go
Side. I have to call it Lonely Road. It's just instinctive. Oh,
Oh, there's back.
All right, now you can go.
I just, I'd give it a 9.5.
originally for me it was like
I'd
it
give
was
it
it was like a
that's
9
one
for
of my
me,
10.
right? Because the
It was-
snippet wasn't
on
as
the
high
other side.
quality as it. Like in the actual song, they added different, like I think it's like a flute or something in the background like that. They added that over the guitar, and it just added to the beat so much. Because in the original there was no flute.
Yeah, it was just probably.
And then there was-
This is definitely one of my 10. This is
Yeah.
one of my
Oh,
10.
wait,
I was just lagging. Are we still only on Hate the Other Side
It's
now?
a 9 right now because originally it was like a 9.5, but then after they added the Kid Leroy, it's now a solid 10.
I give it a 9, a strong 9. Yeah.
It's one of
I
my
gave it a
10s.
9.5.
I think a
The
lot of
thing
people would
is-
put
the
it
thing
as
is-
10. It's a very good song.
It was so good because it had the Kid Leroy, it had Juice, it had Polo G.
Polo G.
Polo G is he's a pretty known.
Woman, yeah.
Yeah, after his
rapper,
last
but
album, people
I just
finally
didn't
are recognizing
Yeah.
him. It's like
Lots of people recognized him after that, but
Most of the time, people only recognize him for his
for
like
pop out.
yeah,
Yeah, Pop Out and was it Dying Breed?
Yeah, it was through
Through
the storm.
Oh yeah, Through the Storm.
Yeah.
but it was just overall
It was the
great
perfect
song.
features. I don't think I've ever seen a song with better features.
Yeah, Juice's part was great. Polo's was great.
Kid Leroy's was pretty good as well.
Okay, you
I
gotta
loved
listen to
all
what
of
he
it.
says. Kid Leroy says like, "See my uncle in the grave brought a tear to my eye," and that's like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like it's just a good overall good song, solid.
So what's after that?
Alright.
Life's a Mess is after that.
Leroy
right?
really cared about
Mhm.
this.
Song is
Life's a
next?
Mess. I'm pretty sure.
Life's a Mess, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna start on this. So, the first time I heard Life's a Mess, when I heard the guitars and the vocals where it's like, she's humming,
Oh,
that
yeah.
hit me and I was like, wow, this song is really good. And I don't even like Halsey.
It
that much.
it probably set you in a mood.
Yeah, I don't even like
Isn't it-
Halsey that much.
Isn't it the
Yeah,
one
me
with the
neither.
electric guitar?
No,
Mhm.
Yeah, that
like even the first time I had to give it a re-listen just to get the full message.
Because like,
but just through the vibe, it was a good song.
Because
Like,
Juice is doing that thing where he has like the soft-spoken voice. Dante was talking about this too, and it was in Fast, it was in Righteous, it's in Life's a Mess, it's in I Want It, and he does it so good.
The part I really liked about it, where it was like in the pre-chorus, it was like, I'm screaming out, Lord, help me,
I'm screaming out, Lord, help me.
I really liked.
And and then right before that, where he's like, if the love's real, you'll feel your soul roar like a lion.
Even
That's
though,
such a good
yeah,
that is a strong line.
Even though Halsey's part was small, I still think
she impacted the song a lot.
She did
because Halsey, I don't know if you guys knew, but Halsey and Juice were like really good friends.
They both.
Yeah, this song was better in my opinion than the last song that they made together.
Yeah. Because that was Halsey's like biggest hit, but I really think that even though Juice was on it, they kind of took the biggest hit, they put Juice on it. It's not bad, but this is, a smaller song. It's not the caliber that the other one was, and it just it felt right. It felt right.
Yeah. I give it a solid 8.5.
I give it a.
I give it a
9.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
I give it an 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
So next song
is Come and Go.
Come and Go.
I just like to say the favorite part of this song for me was the beat. The
guitar, the guitar,
the hook,
the drop, the drop.
The drop. Yeah.
It's the
my second favorite part was the hook though.
It was incredible. It was the whole thing was
like
Juice.
And right after the drop, when it hits Juice's second verse and he says, "We take drugs, then you hold me close and you tell me how you make me
how you make me whole."
Yeah, That's so good.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And Marshmello was cooking. He is like a cook. He is making food, but it's a beat, and he served it to Juice, and Juice ate it right up and spat it back out as
and it's
fire.
Gordon Ramsay level.
Yeah. I give it a 7.5 just because it's not the most deep lyrics.
I'll give it
8.5.
I give it a 9.
8.5.
I'm gonna give it a 9. I really like this one too because it just like Juice did really good. I really liked Marshmello's part though.
Marshmello has just.
I don't want to.
Probably other than Travis, he probably has some of the sickest beats.
Oh yeah.
Because
Travis and Kanye be making their own beats.
Travis, in my opinion, has the best.
Oh yeah, his producers are amazing.
And he also has some fire beats,
So let's move on to what's the next song?
I Want It.
See, I was telling you guys, this is where he does the soft-spoken stuff.
It's not my near my favorite song. But it's the deep meaning that it's a cry for help. Like he's talking about how he wants the pills or he wants.
And he wants the girl. He doesn't want her to run away. He's trying to do all this stuff. Like he says.
He's trying to balance. He wants to reach a balance that he can't.
Because the vibe on it
wants it, but he can't.
It was him doing the soft spoken stuff, and he says like, "Baby girl, don't run from me, girl, I want it." But then in the verse he says like, "Dior on your feet," or "Dior on your lips, Christian or Rick Owens on your slippers," and that's like, "I don't want you to leave. I'm gonna buy you all this expensive stuff so you stay with me."
Like it's like he said, "How long is forever?" I don't know.
But I want you forever. That I know. That's such a good line.
It kind of connected him to the people because there's so many people that are experiencing this kind of stuff.
Exactly. That is a true fact.
And he just kind of just connected with all of them by that. So for a lot of people that'll be their
he let everyone know
but we're just missing that link to it. So that's why personally I give it a 7.5.
I give it a 7.
I give it a 7.
I just love the voice he does and the waviness and echoiness of it's just I like 7.5 or 8.
It was one of the meh songs, like the good, but it's like an okay.
It's like an okay good. It's like good, but compared to every other good song, it's just kind of okay good.
It's kind of okay.
What comes after that?
Fighting Demons.
Okay, the beat
that is
on Fighting Demons. The piano, and then the hook to start it off where he's like, what does he say? I'm running. I can't. It's like I can't die. That's I can't die. And he says something about running. I run away in fear of dying today.
I'm dying.
Wait, the wind.
Who said I was
subject
to change? That my demons are breaking out of their cage. That whole first bar,
the windy parts. That's what really gets you in the vibe. It's like where it's really echoey.
Cheerio, everything's all good, right?
It wasn't like a beat. It was just one of those songs that like a vibe song.
Mhm.
Well, really, what really
It's a
got me was
mellow.
like chip to Cheerio, everything is all good, right? I got rich, now
Okay,
living the
yes,
fast
when he
life.
says I got
Oh,
money in my
and
bank.
account, I got cash,
It's like
right?
the money's supposed to make me happy. I got a couple questions. How come that shit don't even make me happy?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the hook, he also screams, like he yells it. He's like, "All my knees, I pray for better days." And then that's like,
Mhm.
It was just a great song.
and that's like one of the most popular songs. So that's the one.
I'd give it a 9.
I give it a 9.
I give it
I'd give it
8.5.
a 9. Because I've already listened to the album so many times. I've analyzed all like this.
Yeah.
I need to give it a couple, the whole album, a couple re-listens before I can actually really just get
And then
understanding.
let's see. This is Ethan's personal favorite. I don't know. Wishing Well.
Wishing Well. I love this song.
Wishing Well for me was kind of,
10.
I don't know, it was kind of.
It was nostalgic to
Me and Sean have a very close
to the graduation.
Me and
I remember when I used to listen to it on repeat so often.
Graduation.
Graduation, yeah.
It reminisced
And
graduation.
me and
And
Soder-
when we listened to it when it was leaked, Ethan showed it to me. That thing.
it was
hit
called
hard.
Killing Me, and I remember me and Sean were on the
Mhm.
bus, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, this was that point in time where people were like, this guy named No Vanity is actually Juice Wrld, but then we didn't realize that it was just a leak. So then we went onto Genius, and there was lyrics for the leak, and then the part where he says like, but if I keep taking these pills, I won't be here. Yeah, I just told y'all my secret. We stared at each other, and
we just looked at each other.
we were
like,
just in
bro.
awe. We were like, oh my god.
He just admitted it.
Those are the things that get me to feel like his
Kinda planned.
death was a fake. It
Faked.
was planned. Either
Even though we all know it wasn't
Social,
really.
it's,
Yeah.
it's such
It's
We
a
all
like he
wanna
knew.
believe.
It's just like he knew it was gonna happen one
It
day.
was inevitable. We all know it's real. We
Mm.
want to think it's not. but-
I think he had a planned death. I don't think he was like.
I mean, everyone's like saying like before he got famous, he was like tweeting like I'm gonna get famous for like 2 years, and then
he
like
did tweet that, yeah.
and then you could see it in the interview. He said one time, he's like, I'm gonna get famous, and then I'm gonna.
But I mean, then again, that's just his words. Like you have to take into account.
you never know. People saw him start
Seizing.
seizing on
Yeah.
the airport.
I remember I
floor.
saw the footage on like.
I don't know why no one tried to help him.
No, people tried to help him.
Yeah.
There was police there.
You couldn't have helped him anyways. He was
That's
already
why-
gone the moment it
That's
started.
what I'm thinking. That's what I thought was. I'm not calling Juice like dumb or anything. I'm just saying it was kind of stupid for him to just swallow all the pills.
Yeah, he carried these guns and like these illegal pills.
If he was doing that, he should have just done it and then done the time. That's
I
why
searched it up. It was only 10 years. Relatively
Plan,
10
yeah.
I mean,
years.
I'm.
He's probably gotten bailed out. His
He-
he had so much money.
That's true.
But the thing is, I don't think he wanted to live with himself. I don't think he could have lived
That's
with
what- that's
the,
what he-
the
that's
guilt
what he
that
meant
his
by-
mom,
yeah.
his mom and his friends and his whole fan base would
That's
have.
what the demons represent.
Yeah.
Like
that he
the
always
guilt
talks
would
about.
be too much for
He's
him.
trying to part with himself, but it is himself. But we gotta.
Yeah,
the
he's
rating.
fighting himself,
The
but-
rating.
but he just lost the
On
battle.
song. The rating on
Yeah.
the song.
No,
what is
I'd
it gonna
give Wishing Well. I'd give it a 8.5 again. It was
10. This is one of the
I
songs
give,
I give.
okay,
it
I
one.
give it a 10, but if they had the rest of the second verse that was in the leak, it would be an 11.
That'd be
It would
11.
an
Yeah, I give it a 9.5.
I'd give it I'll give it a 9 because it reminisced
Alright. Well, let's move on to Screw Juice.
Screw Juice. It was
That
it
is
was
such
one
a
of
self-reflection,
The
interesting.
was-
hook,
yeah,
the hook
it was
is so
more-
catchy. I don't know why. It's like
I'm hard, I'm exposed, I'm the
It's like,
exposed.
but then like the
for me,
verses,
it was one of the
dude.
more like it was one of the more like songs, but I still love the song.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah.
just
It was a
And
dope
still my
song.
favorite line. I've
I
been
like
saying it all day. I've been saying this line all day where it goes, hit her with the ooh
Yeah.
la la and hit him with the doom doom.
Yeah.
it's
Then hit him with the
solid
doom.
lyrics. It's got good melody, good rhythm. It was just a catchy song.
Every day my heart racing Lamborghini showroom.
Yes, that's a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
line.
Lots of good lines.
Okay, I'd have to say 9.
So I'm gonna give it an
8.5 for
8.5.
me.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I love the song
I
a
really
lot.
like that song.
Now Wait, what are we doing now?
Up in a way.
10,
Up,
10,
10. Yeah,
10.
that is a 10, straight 10.
Up in a
Walking
way.
in Prada, trying to solve my problem.
Just a
That was the first song where it was like, whoa, like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
like,
when we were all
Summer
listening to it. You know, some songs you'd be like, oh, and then but then
But that one we were
at
like,
that
whoa.
exact song,
Like,
at that
whoa.
exact song, we all collectively were like, oh my god.
Just at the ukulele, Ethan was like, "Oh my god, the
Yeah,
ukulele."
I love the ukulele. That was one of the best.
Hey, what I thought was funny earlier today is like when I was listening to it, you just hear the ukulele and you hear just go,
Yeah.
go like, yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that part so much.
That just when you heard that first beat in the ukulele, you just knew
And
it was
up,
how you were
and
coming.
away.
Up and away.
It was just a great
Okay,
great
then.
transition song into the end.
Ocean.
Into the end where he was. It was kind of up and away is when he died.
Yeah, he's going up,
to
and then
heaven.
he's going
Away to heaven. Yeah.
Mm.
And 10, solid 10. I love.
away. We
Yeah,
all can
I love
collectively
that.
agree that's a 10.
Great beat,
Trying to solve my
amazing
problem.
lyrics.
So what comes after that?
I love the whole
Can't or stay high.
If you told me to go up on the
After
stage,
the
Yeah.
interlude.
if you told me to go up on the stage and sing that song, I would.
Yeah.
Say Hi was a good song. It was
I'm gonna
It was
give it a
kind of,
9.5 purely on the lyricism on the
I'm gonna
verses.
give it a 9.
8.5. 8.5. It was
Stay
kinda-
high was insane.
And the hook is
It
so
reminded-
good too.
yeah, it reminded
I give it a I just give it an 8. I give it a 9.5 just because of how I really wanted to see him branch out into more rap.
yeah.
Mhm,
Because
and
he
did
didn't
that,
do
and
it
he
That
did
was,
that.
that was one of the songs where
Yeah.
I mean, he's still
really-
hip hop.
he was
rap.
good.
He was rapping on the
But
song.
he had more slow rap.
Mhm.
He had like the kind of rap that like
I'm talking about
non-rap
overall,
Yeah.
Juice WRLD more hip hop than rap. Like
Yeah.
even though rap is in hip hop, I'm talking
Yeah,
about
But
more.
but
yeah,
the
this is
songs-
the first-
More towards the
The
hip hop.
This
songs
is one of
that
the first
he
songs where he actually had like real like just straight rap.
yeah.
Just-
Like the tracks where he does
I-
actually rap, they all do good. Like if you think about it.
Yeah.
'Cause
Like
people
that's
love-
why I tell
yeah,
me let
people
me
love to
it's
see it.
good because it was like
yeah, it's because it had good rap.
Mhm.
and you like we all know he can freestyle again.
Oh, yeah.
That's why like, we're all like looking for.
Because then the
you know what I mean?
people that are like, like the fake fans who are like, oh, why is he always so sad? It's like, how about you go on YouTube
Yeah.
and search up his hour-long freestyle and see how often he'll talk about shooting you in the face and blasting you and then that's when you know
Yeah.
Juice
Yeah.
can rap. It's like he completely
So,
brought it another
yeah.
side. Yeah, I give it a 9.5.
And next,
Five.
yeah,
Nine.
Great,
nine
great
for me.
change of pace. Great change of pace.
Yeah,
Hey,
definitely.
can't die.
10.
Can't die.
Can't
Can't die.
die.
10.
That is a
9.5
9.5 for me,
Yeah.
just because the bar that I feel like I can't die because
Because I never was
alive.
the entire hook.
Yeah.
That was the
That
very
was-
first hook I ever memorized. It was the
That was the like a really that was kind of the meaning of the whole album. Like
Yeah.
it was
It,
incredible.
it was a really good branch to the
'Cause-
next.
he
to
said
the
in the
final
first
because
song.
reciting
now I'm getting richer.
Yeah.
But it's too many people
missing from the picture, right? But the first 4 lines where
Yeah.
he says, "Sometimes I feel like I can't die because I never was alive," and then he says, "Every day feel like
Yeah.
someone new dies. Hope the news is a lie." It's like he experienced that, and he knows what people feel like when that kind of thing happens. So he would know what would happen if he were to die.
And it even holds more sadness and meaning to the fact that it happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's just absolutely gone.
Yeah, it was
Positively
that-
bumping.
that song-
I don't know. I
that,
said
that was that song was
That is one of the other 10s. That is one of the other 10s.
And then the final song,
Final
Man of the Year.
10
That's
boys.
10.
10 boys.
Man of the Year.
Yeah.
JK Juice
Okay.
WRLD, you're so awesome.
It was so awesome.
Keep it short and simple. It was just a great song overall.
Thank you. I know my.
Yeah. It was just amazing.
There's nothing else to say besides
Alright,
that. it
and
was
this
amazing.
one he did also rap just in a more of like a high school.
Yeah, where he
Yeah.
goes,
Yeah,
where he
yeah,
goes,
Yeah, that's like
Rock,
oh,
like a high school.
It's like the
Like,
am I
JK Juice
and
WRLD.
am I D
You're so
big probably
awesome.
won't fit in your mom.
Yeah. It was great.
I know my lyrics saved.
It was a great close to this
Yeah,
album.
but so then what?
Mm.
So after talking about all the ratings, what do you boys give the overall rating of the album? What is your?
The
I give it a
entire
solid 10.
8.9.
I would give it a
Yeah,
solid
I give it a
11.
9.5. I wouldn't give it a
Actually,
10.
so I'd probably give it a Probably give it an
9.75.
I'm gonna give it like a 9 point.
A 9.99.
Actually,
Actually, no, let me
facts.
give
You
it a
have to give it a 9.99 for 999. Come
Yeah,
on.
no.
I give it a 9.3.
I don't think that's a
Like-
9.99.
Definitely a 9.99.
No, that's because I didn't.
Do
I
you not get the joke? Do you not get the joke, Lucas?
No, I understand. I just.
But in all reality, I give it a 9.75.
It was still a great album.
Yeah, I'm giving it like
That's why I give it
a 9 or a 9.1.
Yeah.
It's his best
It was-
album
it
by
was just
far.
a-
It's his best album by far.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, probably.
And when he comes out with the deluxe,
Yeah.
I hope he has. The one thing
They
that will.
said they're doing fan favorite leagues.
Yes. So what that means?
Hypnotic,
What that means is
there.
if Hypnotic comes on it, if one of these two comes on it,
Hypnotic.
if Hypnotic is on it, I'll be more than happy. If Arctic Tundra / Girl with the Blonde Hair comes on it, it's over, and I am never listening to any other rapper besides Juice Wrld from that point on.
And then you can't make fun of
I
me
guess, yeah, and
anymore.
I guess at that point that wraps up episode 2 and the first version of Single
wraps up
Topic Sunday.
Episode 2.
I can't believe we did that. That was the first time I've ever talked about a topic for
Yeah,
that long.
Yeah,
we'll see you
for
guys
real.
tomorrow on Monday.
Well,
Yeah, we'll see you guys
Monday,
later.
yeah.
That's about it.
See you guys
All right.
later.